Hi everyone, in this walkthrough we'll be having a look again at our landing gear assembly, and the focus of today's demo is the lower link component. Okay, so we'll be going through the steps on how to model and generate this component using Creo Parametric. Let's head over and have a look at that. Okay guys, before we go in and start modeling this, let's review the engineering drawing. So for this one, it's a nice component. Again, we've got a nice line of symmetry, so that's going to help us out. I think for this one, I'm going to approach it where we draw the side profile. So we're going to ignore the rounds to start with. We'll put those in at a later date. But what we've got here is we've got two circles just here. So they're the same diameter, so they're both 5. And they're separated apart by this much, okay? And then we've got a height of 2.5 there. So we can draw that shape, and then what we'll do is we'll extrude it out to the maximum width of 14. So that will give us this profile extruded out to the width. And then what we'll have to do is turn our attention to the next view, which is our top view here. Okay, I've changed the color of that. So we've got our top view now, and we'll have this extruded out 14, so we're going to have to remove some areas. So we can remove this section, remove this section here, and then we'll have to remove this as well, and this section. So this is what we're going to be trying to do. And then because it's symmetrical, if I only model half of it, then I'll be able to just mirror the rest of it once it's completed. Okay, so it's going to be draw the outline of the shape, extrude it, and then we use another extrusion from a different plane to cut out these shapes. We'll probably use the line tool to generate the geometry that's needed, and we'll worry about the rounds afterwards. Okay, let's head on over, have a look how we can do that. Okay guys, let's load up Creo so we can start making our lower link component. So let's load up Creo. Let's go Creo Parametric. Let's close the resource center, set our working directory. So we're going to go to new, and then we need to go give it a part name. So this is going to be ENGD007, and untick the default template and click OK. Scroll down and find millimeter solid. Yeah, that wouldn't do. Okay, so this component, we need to start off. We're going to draw the side profile, and then we're going to use a top-down cut to remove any cuts that are required to get the overall shape. Okay. So first thing, if we're going to do side profile, let's take a side plane. So the front plane will do, or we can do the right plane. Let's do the right plane. Let's go sketch view. And first thing we're going to do is draw two circles. So we're going to have one of them on this plane, on this point here, and then we'll put the other one over here somewhere. Okay, so the diameters are the same, so they both need to be 5 millimeters diameter, and the distance between the center points is 21.5. Okay, that's looking good. And final thing we need to do, so we need to join up these bottom edges, and then we're going to draw another line here to here. Okay. So the important thing here is this height between those two lines, so that should be 2.5. Okay, so it's halfway through height there. So again, we need to get rid of some of the geometry we don't need. So some of these lines, so get rid of this, this, and this. And what we can also do is we'll add the holes that go through it in this sketch. So let's do that here. So we can add a hole here and a hole here. So these are the same size, so we can make them equal again. And that one should be 1.5. That's all good. I'm going to click OK. And now we need to extrude this. So we're going to click extrude. And we're just going to do half of it and mirror it. So that will be 7. Okay, so we've got half there. There's a big round that needs to be added onto this. So there's a round here and here. Let's do that now. So I'm going to click on this edge and this edge. So that's 3.5. Okay, very good. Now, what we need to do is cut away the material. So we've got to click on this plane, so this front plane for me, and I want to cut away. So I've got a cutout here, a cutout here, one in the middle, and one at the end here as well. I don't think I'll do them all in one. We'll do them in separate steps. Okay, so let's click sketch, sketch view. Okay, it's flipped it around the other way. If I want to flip it back, I can go flip sketching plane. You can see it flips the view for me. Let's just change this view here, shading with edges, so we can see where we're looking. So we're looking at it from the top down now. And what we need to do is just use we can use a line tool or a rectangle tool to make some of these. So let's use the rectangle tool for this top one here. So I'm going to snap to that corner and drag down. Try not to snap to anything in the middle, like that midpoint there. Just move away from it. Snap it around here. So what should this distance? So I want to know the distance from there to there. So let's add a dimension in. So there to there. So that should be 2. And then the height of this, so press the middle mouse button to get out of the dimension tool, and then you can change that height to 8. Okay, so that's going to be cut through and removed. What else have we got? So there's a little rectangle down here that needs cutting out as well. Let's do that. So actually, what we have down at the bottom here, I'm going to use the line tool. So there's a bit here. Okay, so there's a piece here. And from the drawing, this point here to here is actually 6.5 divided by 2. Okay, 3.25. And then the thickness of this piece here is 1.5. So we can use another line here. Again, we want to put a dimension from there to there. So dimension there to there. That should be 1.75. 75, yep. Okay. So now we can go about making the rest of this geometry. So this goes 7 deep. That should be 7. Okay, so that's like a little cutout that gets taken away there. And then what have we got here? So we've got 5, and then it goes to 10.5 there. Okay, I'm going to go here, and then there like that. So we need to make sure we dimension this up correctly. So this is going to be 5. You see, this is getting its distance from the angle at the moment, but from the drawing, we know the distance from there to there. So I'm going to add a dimension in. So there to there to there. So that's 10.5. So the next one we need to do is this. There's not an internal cut, but I need to join this up first because it's not going to cut through. Okay, like that. So that's all set up. So the next one, we've just got a cut in the middle here. I may as well just do it on this sketch. So we've got to go there to there. So that distance is 2. Okay. And then we've got an offset. So let's use the offset tool. Offset this edge. So that's going to be 2 as well. And then there's going to be an offset here as well. So we can either draw the line or use the offset tool. I'm just going to draw it myself. So that's going to be 2. Perfect. So now we just need to delete some of these. So we don't need that, and then we don't need those either. Okay, we can just join that up now. There we go. So we've got the main shapes. So we're going to use a cut extrusion to get rid of this now. Click OK, and then use the extrusion tool. It's going the wrong way for me, so I'll flip the direction. Trying to add the material. I'm going to click remove. You can see there, that's looking pretty good now. Okay. So I've got half of it pretty much made. What do we need to do? So outside radiuses are 3.5. So let's add some radiuses now. So this one's 3.5. So is that one. Internal radiuses are 1.5. So that's going to be 1.5. Anywhere else? No, that's it. Okay, looking good. So we've got half of it modeled. Let's use mirror to get the other half. So I'm going to click on the parts, mirror, and then our center plane. Click OK there. So we've got most of this part modeled now. Let's check the volume. So go to analysis, and then we go measure, volume. Okay, so that's 403.871. Pretty much spot on to what you're required to get for the assignment. Okay. So now let's just change the color. So let's go view, appearance, more appearance, color wheel. What shall we get? Let's get like an orange. Okay. Okay. Click close there, and then change it to part. You can get that model saved. Let's save it. Click OK. Okay. So that's our lower link component completed.